Hello, my name is Brian Klewin, and I'm the writer, director, editor, and one of the producers on the short film Don't Lose Faith. Don't Lose Faith is a film about a freshman college student that has recently lost her mother and has a crisis of faith. And while that's happening, she's also in this new environment where pretty much everything around her is telling her that religion is dead and that there's other things out there for her. And that kind of leads her down a very dark path towards some demonic entities.
How did this project originate?
Okay, so this project is a unique project for me because it was actually the first time I didn't start the conception of the project, and it was actually brought to me. Tom Reed basically gave me a blank canvas and said, I would like to make a short film that we can produce through Alverno College in Milwaukee, and that it would be a vehicle to use the students both on screen and off screen to help kind of educate them on filmmaking and the filmmaking process, and give them some exposure that they don't currently have at the university. And when he came to me, like I said, it was a blank canvas. So I was able to take a tour of the facilities and kind of learn about the campus, and then use my sensibilities as a screenplay writer to come up with an idea that was incorporating the things that I knew that we had on campus, and that also was incorporating some of the philosophies that I was seeing both in pop culture and with what I believe the college kids currently going through school and through university were dealing with.
A learning experience, so to speak.
Yeah, absolutely. That was the goal, and specifically for this first time that we were doing it, it was for those kids who are theater students and performance majors that were looking to get that on-screen experience of acting in a film rather than being on stage. And those students, we had almost a month with. We had audition process that was really lengthy, and then we had rehearsals with all of those students that the students that were selected for the short film. And then we were able to have 3 days of production with those students as well. So it was almost a month-long production with those kids, and we also got to go costume shopping with them and things like that. But they not only got to see the process from being an actor, but they were very much included in, here's what this department does. This is, this is our props department. This is our production design. This is our costumes. And those departments were mostly filled with other students as well. So hopefully this next year, we will be able to, that's, I guess, the good news is Alverno was so excited about this project that they've asked Tom and I to do the project again. And this time it should be more substantial in that we are going to have like a boot camp ahead of time so that we can get more people involved behind the camera, so that we can have people in the grip departments, camera departments, and things that we had students in, but that they'll have a more meaningful role in these because they'll already know things that we can't teach them on set while we're filming.
That's very interesting. So Alverno basically almost acted as a producing partner on this with you, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And they're one of the best producing partners you could ask for, because we gave them a very, and I won't say edgy, but a very difficult screenplay and they were pretty much like, yeah, we love this, and go make it.
There are some themes in there that you might think a college might not approve of. I'm not saying they're scandalous, but you're dealing with some adult subject matter.
Right. Things are, it's not just a straight comedy or something. Like there are some things in the screenplay that are just things that people have to confront these days. And especially if you're a person of faith, you have there's this rhetoric that there are other things out there for you that can replace that religion. And I just thought that was a very interesting place. Alverno is a university first and foremost. It is a one of the only universities that is a all female student body, but also it is the governing body is all female run. And then it's unique in that they're also a Jesuit school or a Catholic school.
I thought the acting was very good across the board. Really good talent base that school has to choose from.
Yeah, it's really cool. I'm very excited to be working with them again and see who else they have. Some of those kids were, freshmen that were in their first semester, so they hadn't even had any acting courses yet. And those people are now, spending time with the university, the professors. Tom Reed has been able to have some of them in class now, and I'm just hoping that pattern can continue. So
that's great. Before we go on and talk about you, well, I got just a couple more questions left. Do you want to give a shout out to your makeup artist on this film?
Sure. Yeah. My makeup artist on this film is the makeup artist that I use on all my films, and she's really incredible. Her name is Megan Rebecca, and she primarily does contemporary makeup, but whenever I ask her to, she's willing to spray blood and make, prosthetics and demon creatures and all kinds of fantasy stuff.
Fantastic look on that. I'm going to say individual at the end of the film.
Yeah, great.
Don't
want
to. Oh, go ahead.
No, I just don't want to give away too much, right?
Yeah. I think it's in the trailer and it's in the poster too. So it's if you see that you know what the individual looks like. You are a legacy filmmaker with our festival. You had Deer Lights at our festival and that won some awards.
Yeah.
And so
I actually had a film even earlier than that called Sleep Aid.
That's right.
Many years ago. So
yeah. It's nice to have you have work back at our festival. And what else are you working on?
Sure. Yeah. The big thing that I've been working on in the last 2 years is finishing the production and post-production of my first feature film, which is called Undead in the Grimoire. And that movie is wrapped up with post-production now, and we just this week started applying to film festivals. We're hoping to get into some major film festivals. We've really made something that I'm proud of, and I think it's a really big feeling movie, and I think it's going to resonate with audiences. We've got this cast that is just incredible, so it feels like we have all the right components for something that people are going to enjoy and hopefully come back to more than once and tell their friends about.
Oh, great.
And then I guess in addition to that, I'm writing the next screenplay now that I've finished that, and that's pretty much close to being done. And then I think I've said earlier that I've recently just finished the screenplay for another short film that we're going to be making in Milwaukee in the fall of this year.
Oh, good. It was nice to see you around town then.
Yeah, I'll be back for the festival. I'll be there all of September. So.
Oh, great. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
This festival, like I said, Sleep Aid was one of the first films I made that I felt I could submit to film festivals, and that film premiered at the Milwaukee Short Film Festival. So this is a special film festival for me, and it's a special film festival for filmmakers in Milwaukee. It's the only film festival that really programs Milwaukee filmmakers, and that's a really important thing because there's some exceptional talent that doesn't get shown and doesn't really get a voice, and we get to see it on the big screen through this film festival. So always an honor to be back, and excited to keep sharing my shorts with Milwaukee Short Film Festival.